And we are live.
Hey, Ben, how you doing?
Good, good, good. This is exciting, man. Thanks for joining me.
Oh, hey, I'm happy to be here. Thanks
Yeah,
for
man, this
having
is
me.
this is exciting.
Yeah,
For anyone who just jumped on right now, I got Todd Kwiczak with me, and you are from Banff, right? You're up in that
yes,
area?
I'm about an hour from Banff, 40 minutes from Canmore, right
Okay.
on the just west of Calgary, west end of Calgary, uh,
Okay.
in beautiful Alberta, Canada. Uh,
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah, for some of those who are gonna, I'll bring it up later, but it's
hmm
he's got some incredible. Todd's got some incredible photography, but he also is in video as well and live
yeah,
streaming, which was
yeah,
one of the reasons we're talking today.
yeah. You got.
So let's just start off. Tom, tell me a little about how you got into this and your little bit of your backstory.
Well, probably about 19 years ago. Well, in high school, I started in photography, right? But there
Okay.
was no digital cameras back then. There was just film.
Okay.
My first camera was a digital with a floppy disk on it. So you stick the
Yeah.
little 3-inch
Yeah,
floppy
man,
disk
I'm
with,
guilty of having one of those.
less than 1 megapixel, whatever it might be, and yeah. So digital's come a long way, but I started shooting weddings 2007.
Okay.
So 14 years ago now. Did 2 or 3 the first year, and then really it just took off from there. About 12 years ago, I started a studio. We do newborn work as well here. So
Wow.
during the week, but
Yeah.
the weddings, um, yeah, we love doing
Now,
weddings. And
have you always been in this area? Have you always been in the same where you're located now?
yeah, I was born and raised here, so
Okay.
I know the area really well. The mountains, being agile. If parking lots are full, you have to know where to go, and having that experience goes a long way. And actually used that last weekend where it was a beautiful day, but when you reserve spots at Banff National Park, you don't have that sole use of the area. So you gotta know the area, and you gotta adapt if road closures, and even wildlife closures, right? So
Wow. Yeah, I didn't think about
um,
that.
yeah, so
I
it's
don't have that issue where in the area I'm at.
yeah, well,
Wildlife
exactly.
closures.
There's a specific area where there's a fox has a den, right? So can't
Wow.
go in. So you gotta go. We gotta go somewhere else and know the area
Yeah.
really well. But yeah,
So,
yeah.
so when did you start making the transition, or just say transition to live streaming? Maybe you went to video first and then
Yeah, I started
live
video.
streaming?
Yeah, I've been photography for 14 years, and then video I
Mhm.
started about 3 or 4 years ago. Jumped
Okay.
into that. Loved every minute. I loved editing the videos, and you know, um, yeah, it's we got a team. Probably 4 years ago, we started a team with Lauren and Sophia, and we got 2 others, Taylor and Megan.
That's
They
great.
and Luke. He does a lot of our live streams as well for us, and um, yeah. So we started video about 4 years ago, and then things changed in 2020 a little
Yes,
bit.
they did. Exactly. I mean, that's how I got into it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the ability to be adaptive
Yeah.
was a big thing, and being agile. And when COVID hit, we were one of the first in the area to hit live stream, and for weddings, and um, start offering elopement packages
Yeah.
we started a IStillDo.ca website, and right in March, in response with the pandemic coming. And yeah, it's been good. We teamed up with some vendors, a great officiant, some venues, a package in Banff, a package with Cornerstone Theatre in Canmore.
Wow.
Yeah, the florist, Black Earth Florist, she's been amazing. So yeah, we started an all-inclusive package for our couples, and
Yeah.
it was busy 2020. But we've had a great year for the company, but the biggest thing was helping all those couples.
Yeah.
With what everything going on with the live stream was just such a big role in 2020 when everything started. So we couldn't have done it without the live stream. That's for sure.
I'm kind of getting the same thing. I'm getting a lot of people who are really showing appreciation for the live
Mm-hmm.
streaming. Yes, they love my photography, love the kind of stuff. But they showed a lot of appreciation for the
Yeah,
live stream part. So
100%. So
Yeah. So tell me, so is it, you say you got a guy helps you on your team that does live streaming and stuff like that? Okay.
Yeah. You know, I'll do the majority of them, but you know, if I'm, I might be the photographer, the most of them, and then you know, either Sophia and Luke or Lauren would do the live stream, or sometimes I'll do the live stream. It depends on the scenario, but I've got a great team. You know, they could be, you know, the lead photographer and with no issues. I've been working them for a few years now, and you know, we just tag team the jobs, and you know, it's been good. So
nice.
Yeah.
So tell me a little about the you know, what you're using. Like, start off with, you know, did you evolve at all, and would you start?
Yeah, when we first started, it was I had a few challenges, you know. But Mark at Event Live was, you know, happy to answer any emails that I had for him and questions. He was very responsive. But you know, I started with just the phone, just the app. Less is more. But you know, I've upgraded, you know, to the audio is number one, you know.
Absolutely.
You know, like if you're doing videography jobs, and you always have that backup for audio, right? But when you're streaming live, yes, have backups, but you got to get it right. You got to get it right. So you know, every job's different. Is there a mic? Is there efficient? Where's the efficient standing? You know, that's the big thing. So we picked up these guys, and you know, I'm sure you
big fan. Exactly what they are. That's what I used to.
Yeah, Rode Wireless Go. A few months ago, they upgraded to having two at the same time, which was a big relief for us, because we can have one on the efficient, have one on the groom, and if the efficient walks off, we'll have that source there, and it's nice. You can click the efficient off at the end and have them say a message without the efficient saying anything after the ceremony. So, but yeah, it's been good. So yeah. So no, we have a gimbal. We'll set this up.
Oh wow.
So that's our nice setup. So you know, the app is in here, of course. We put the the ND filter on, or we'll put a diffusion filter on to get rid of some of the digital look through the phone. But you know, we'll have two sources of video. So through the camera, of course, shotgun, wireless Go. You know, it's less is more. It doesn't seem like to somebody who doesn't know what this is. This is like,
that's not less more than my less. Yeah, that's great.
But you know, like it's easy to trek around in the mountains. You know, I could set it down, leave it. You know, set it wherever I want. And
so tell me about that little ND filter you had on the phone itself.
On the phone, it's actually just an ND filter to bring the shutter speed down. To try to get rid of some of the digital manipulation, I guess, through the phone. When I'm taking a video, and then you know, sometimes I'll put a diffusion filter. Diffusion filter from Moment, get rid of some of the clinical digital look on through the phone as well. So
wow, I'm gonna have to try that. I didn't know that was an option. Really,
yeah.
That's a great add-on.
And another big thing too is Dolby Vision is on the newer iPhones. And, it looks incredible. So, you know, a lot of times, you know, if I like the footage when I get back to the studio, I'll just leave it. Sometimes I'll just throw the SLR video into the stream as well. But a lot of times the video is perfect. So
that's honestly, that's kind of what my approach is. Same thing where I'm using, if I need to come back and throw in, because maybe the stream itself kind of skipped a little bit, you know, during parts, I can just go back and upload the original real quickly. And the beauty is of how quickly that gets uploaded. And by the time the couple wakes up the next morning, it's, you know, it's there again.
Exactly.
With the HD version.
And you know, at the beginning we had a little bit of trouble with weather elements. Too hot for the phone. It might shut down in full sun. So this is a godsend. So what that is it's basically straps onto the arm of the gimbal and then an umbrella. So it goes over. So you know, we've hit some scenarios where it's downpouring the rain. So we'll put that over there, put the tripod there in the mountains, and you're good to go. So or just having a white umbrella just to cover the sun. The full sun, and plus you could see the screen a little better. So
I bought myself basically a hood
Yeah.
right? So a hood that the drone operators use.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put on the same thing. I did the same thing. It's got the little plastic bands on top.
Yeah.
I had the same scenario, overlit sun,
Yeah.
and I couldn't see my screen.
Oh
I was
man. Yeah.
I was just make out where the bride and groom was. I was like, I'm just gonna stick them
Yeah.
in the middle.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
get creative because I can't see anything at the
Then if it
moment.
gets a little hot, that screen will dim automatically.
Ooh,
It's like, okay,
yes,
yeah.
yes, exactly.
But,
That's pretty
no,
ingenious, though.
yeah, so it works good. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I like all those little tips like
Oh,
that.
you gotta back up everything. You gotta be
Yep.
prepared, right? So, but yeah, being out in the mountains, it doesn't seem less, but that is less. Less is more. Like I'd side shadow the photographer or just
Yep.
my team, and it's really gives the viewers that immersive feeling. Rather
Yep.
than having multiple setups, tripods, switchboards, laptops. It's just
Yeah, it's awfully complicated for the day.
100%.
I like to keep it simple, so it's a little
Yeah.
less the things to fight with that day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me about your audio setup then. Obviously the Rhodes Wireless Goes.
Yeah.
Are you? Give me your kind of your basic scenario. You're gonna hook up the groom and the officiant, or are you gonna try to do some kind of ambience?
Most scenario I would do that, the officiant and the groom. But it depends if they're inside or if there's a microphone or the speakers. Some jobs I'll just do ambient. So that Rode shotgun, I'll just hook up that to that, and it catches up the audio, no problem. But the nice thing about these two is the double ones. You could switch, or you could turn one off, you could turn the other one off, you can pick one. But as soon as you turn it on, it records everything. So if I want to upgrade the audio, even when I get home, I'll just hook it up to my computer, and it takes the audio right off there, and it's
that's great. I had one of those scenarios where didn't really pick up well. A couple had played a video. Actually, their family's from the Philippines and couldn't make the wedding, so they had sent a video. And so what they had done is someone had a microphone right next to this video, and it didn't sound very good, But I had my stuff plugged in, so I got the original. I went back, brought it all in, and added it to it. It was a simple edit too. I wasn't trying to be too overly creative with the streams. Just what I like to say to other streamers is that really in a wedding scenario, I think couples want two things. The bride wants to see herself coming down the aisle.
Yeah.
And they want good audio. Yeah. That's it. I mean, even if the music's not that high, right? The music doesn't.
Just even ambience. Yeah.
Just want to hear their vows.
100%. Because there's elders around the world. They're just staring at the screen and like, I can't hear. but yeah, it's and the guest book is incredible. I love how Mark added pictures to the guest book, and my brides and grooms are asking their guests to take pictures while they're watching, and they're chatting real time during the ceremony, and it's just they get the PDF download of that guest book, and they just love it. It's just
it is pretty neat.
We
sorry, I have some helping me today.
Oh, it's okay. I've got 3 kids, but they're at school today. So
all right.
You'd have heads popping up. Oh, what you doing?
Yeah, every once in a while I get a dog or something back through here, but so the other thing we obviously try to tap into sometimes now is the DJ's soundboard, if possible. Yeah. Are you bringing in? Are you coming in with like a small kit of stuff that you can just kind of?
Yeah, I got sort of an audio bag of goodies, right? So doing videography for a few years, and you pick up all different cables and that kind of thing. But another thing with the Rode Wireless Go is you have 2 sources, right? So if you want to disconnect one, if something's not working, it's off right on the fly, right? So I just like to turn it off and then just keep going with one, right? So I've had some ceremonies where the bride would actually sing a song for the groom, right? So you have to be agile. You have to work fast, right? And having that option, like from the 2 sources, is just game changer for us, right? Because before when we first started, we'd only had one, and which is fine. It worked really well. The officiant would keep it on a book, and it would be a vow book. So the groom would have it, and the bride would have it. And it worked really good. And teaming up with their officiant, for I still do. It's she knew exactly what to do, you know,
Yeah.
for
I
us.
kind of had the same scenario where I was putting it on, you know, on the officiant somehow
Mhm,
on a
mhm,
book or whatever.
mhm.
But then every once in a while I'd hear noise of page turn,
Yeah, yeah,
or it would they would just move it out of line of sight. That's
yeah,
one of the only problems I find with the Goes
yeah,
is that line of it's gotten better. The
yeah. Oh
version 2
yeah,
has gotten a lot better,
yeah.
but
Well,
that line
I've
of
had
sight's
an officiant just, you know, doing his thing, and he knew that the audio was in, but he's got routines, right? So he's not used to being, you
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So he'll walk aside while they do the vow. He'll put the book behind. He'll just hold the book behind his back.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, it's you pick up on these little things when we first started with the live stream, and we
Yeah.
cover all the bases, and you know, so and that's you know, even with the wireless Goes, like I've never had any issues with it, but I'm ready to disconnect them and just hook up a shotgun or whatever, like
Yeah.
you know, right on the fly. So
So
yeah.
now are you able to monitor the audio? How are you going
Yeah,
about?
yeah. They do have they do have the monitor on the receiver. You know,
Okay.
I put it you know put it right in front of the gimbal.
Okay.
Well, I see it right
Yep.
there.
Okay.
So I monitor it right in front of me. That's pretty much the
Are
only.
you hearing it at all, or are you just going off of the
Nope, I go off the screen unless
screen? Okay.
the screen the go tos the screen actually stays on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it doesn't come off. And once with the old ones, I had them on all the time, right?
Yeah.
But just still to listen. But
Yeah, I'm using a small mixer that
yeah,
kind of has an out just so I can hear a little bit more because what I'm
yeah,
using is 2 sets of Goes.
yeah,
So I'm able to do 2 channels so I can go more than just the 2. So I go potentially 4. I usually only have
gotcha.
3,
Yeah,
just to kind of give that extra comfort. But you
yeah,
know, even the mixer though has some audio noise to it, like some clicking
yeah. Some
sounds every once in a
feedback.
while.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that I get all nervous. My heart starts palpitating, stuff like that. You
yeah.
know, sometimes it'd be nicer just to not know, right?
That's true. You know, as long as the you know the bass out, because I go in understanding it's not a polished videography job, right? You
Yes.
know, the photographer walks in front of the camera, that's okay because
Yeah.
that's the ceremony, right? So they're part of the job, but yeah, it's more of a I think of it as like a family style video, but as professional as we can do
Yeah.
it in very immersive, you
So
know.
that's a really good way of putting it. I was about to
Yeah.
ask you that. Like, how are you? I guess setting expectations and selling this to couples.
Hmm, hmm.
What are you telling them to expect?
Well, that you know that we're capturing their ceremony and what happens in the ceremony. You know, I show them past videos. You know
That's a good idea.
how we make ourselves different. You know from other live because live stream's been around a while, right? But
Right.
obviously exploded in 2020. But you know, like I said, less is more. You know, side shadowing the photographer, being involved in the ceremony, moving to the signing table, moving. You know, we'll hold it back, and then you know, bride and groom walks out, and they kiss for us. Like it's really being there. You know, it's
Yeah.
and you know, I've had emails from you know parents that couldn't attend that from out of the country that they're just in basically you could tell they're in tears they just loved watching it, right? You know, and they
Yeah.
felt like they were really there. So you know
Yeah. That's a great way of really kind of because when I tell couples, I say, look, I'm not a videographer,
mhm,
right? In your case, you are, but I say
mhm.
I'm not. And don't expect to go. This is more. I want this IRL, this in real life. I want them immersed into
Yes,
this and feel like they're a
that,
guest of
that's
the
an
day.
excellent way. IRL in real life, yeah. So
Yeah.
you know that's a great way to put it. So
Yeah.
and
Before we got started, you told me that um, you shared about how many people do you have on one of your streams?
we had over 670 unique URLs. So basically,
Wow.
yeah. So that's it was a lot of all over the
Yeah.
world. So you know,
Yeah.
it's unlimited how many people can watch, and even chat. Like the PDF for the guest book was
Yeah.
immense. The pictures was it's incredible. Like the bride and groom just loved it. So, but yeah, it was anywhere around the world. As many people
Yeah.
can watch it. And,
I've had 200. That was the
yeah,
one, and
yeah,
it was again the same thing for you. It was all over the world. And it was
yeah.
one of my favorite experiences where people were texting during
Hmm.
that day. They were texting people who were actually attendants,
Yeah.
and they were interacting that way, saying, "Oh, this is so amazing. We feel like we're there."
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know.
yeah. Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So tell me, okay, now one of the things I'm always been curious about,
Yep.
Connectivity for you, right?
Okay.
I've seen your portfolio of photos.
Okay.
I know you're not exactly in the city, right?
That's right.
For some of these
Yeah.
some of these weddings, you're in this beautiful mountainside kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So tell me about some of the stuff you're doing to kind of keep connected.
Well, you know, it's challenging, right?
Yeah.
I know where you can, you know, most of the places I know where you can connect and where you can't connect. And, you know, I let brides and grooms know that, you know, being in the mountains, when you do have network, it's not consistent. It's not streamable. You can text, but you can't stream, right?
Yeah.
So they're aware of it. So you know, generally we'll plan that. We won't try it, right?
Yeah.
So because I've been to quite a few areas, and you know, we've tried in the beginning, and it just didn't work, right? So basically, what we do is we'll do our work, we'll do our video. I bring my laptop just in case I need to go to somewhere else to upload, but I've never had to use it. But so we set the live stream start time about 1 to 1.5 hours after the ceremony.
Okay.
Yeah. So that way everybody can be together at
It's a great strategy. That never even crossed my mind.
Yeah. So you know, even we had 3 just this past weekend, and one of them was a bad network, and we set it for 5 o'clock, and everybody was chatting at 5 o'clock, right? So they're all still together, right? So yeah, we just planned for that, you know.
That's a brilliant strategy. I never thought about that, because I had one scenario where the connectivity wasn't there, and all we said was, hey, and we knew it ahead of time. We said, hey, we are going to immediately go back, because the ceremony was only about 20 minutes long. And I go, we are going to immediately go back and upload it. Yeah. And we did. So it was on, you know, it was uploaded and running within an hour.
Yeah, and Mark has even changed. You were able to upload it right off of your phone, even just on when you do have some more LTE network. You don't necessarily have to be back at your studio. You can just on your way home, and you just upload it right from there. So
when you are setting up, let's say you have relative connectivity, you're not worried about that kind of stuff. Step me through the process of how you get ready and do your testing and all that kind of stuff. What do you do to go through that process?
Well, the first thing when I get there, audio. Good. Where's the officiant standing? Which is our mic? Is, you know, audio, and then after that's the sort of taken care of. I'll start setting up the gimbal. It takes me about 10 minutes. You know, I arrive about half an hour prior. Set up the gimbal. Set up the. You know, I go to fast.com, check the LTE network there, and you know, if it's a spot that I've never been to, even places I've been to, I always check the LTE speed with the fast.com and. So I set up the gimbal and the audio and check the levels and nice. So like we were saying, IRL, less is more. You know, it's just, we're not setting up multiple tripods and cameras and switchboards and laptops, and you know, it's I'm set up in 10 minutes, and you know, I'm ready to go. So but and then you know, I'll have a chat with the bride and groom if they want to say a message after. You know,
I encourage that almost every time. I think it's great just to get that final send off.
They always seem nervous about that. You know, it's just a quick shout out. You know, they just always don't overthink it, and so. But,
I had one this weekend where we streamed for 3 hours.
Wow.
So those are the ones that gets a little more challenging on, because a lot of times it's either luckily it was all inside for this particular one, but sometimes it's outside for ceremony, inside. We have to figure out how to stay connected during that time period. Or we figure out how to agree on, was there gonna be a pause and a reconnectivity and stuff like that.
I've had I think an hour has been my longest. I've had one where they did a dance, they did a speech, and you know, right after the ceremony, and an hour and a half. But you got to be prepared, right? Batteries. I even with my setup with the app, I bring in a backup phone. Just you never know, right? So cold temperatures shuts down, right? You just gotta, or overheating with the sun, you know. So
well, most of the times where I'm at in Pennsylvania, we don't do a whole lot of winter weddings, because it's the spring and then fall. But we don't have those gorgeous landscapes like you do, right? For some of the beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
You're saying temperature for you is a bit of a killer
temperature's
too?
massive. Like
Yeah.
it's winter 8 months of the year out in the
Wow.
mountains,
Okay.
right? So we even still have frozen lakes in the mountains right now. So
Wow. Okay.
even last weekend we went up to Bow Lake near Lake Louise, and no water. It was a winter wonderland. The bears are waking up, so you got to be careful with the bears, and bring the bear spray.
Yeah, there's never been a bear in any of my weddings, so I can say that.
Yeah,
I've been in some remote places.
Live stream with the bear.
Yeah, live stream with bears. Yeah.
But
so, I mean, this sounds so. So how'd you find Event Live? Like, what kind of went that, or why'd you choose that route for you? What was the kind of decision maker?
I was looking around, and another keyword is less is more, and it's like goes through the app. So you were able to download it and actually give it a go. To try it first, right? So love the guest book. And the way Mark explained it to me, he can embed it to my website. So I have all my streams embedded to my website, and picture of the bride and groom on top, and the embedded video, and it gets them on my website as well, right? So the parents and the guests that they're on there, they could refer out because they're on the site as well. So
are you sending people to when you give out the URL, you send them to your website to watch it? Or you send
So it's so easy. They don't have to download any apps. They don't have to sign up. They don't have to register. They just go. I make a unique URL. So I still do.ca/wedding of K&N, or something easy. They send the link around. They jump on, and the live stream just starts automatically. They don't even have to push a button.
That's great.
Yeah. So, but that's a big plus is having it embedded on my website, and it gives them it makes it easy for them. So
I'm finding that's very important. A lot of couples, they want the simplicity of it. They like the fact that everything's kind of handled. It's another box they can just check, right? Because they got so many things to do. They got so many plans to make. Everything from table settings to whatever, the groom socks, right? All those kind of little choices. So this is just another one they can go tick, right? I got somebody I feel comfortable I can do it with. And
the stream's up for a full year after for my couples, and
it's impressive.
They could go jump on there, and download, and so I think we've done quite a few since the pandemic started. I think we're just over 70 live streams now.
70. Oh, you got me beat. I'm 55.
55. Yeah, I think we're 72 now. So just from this last weekend, but we had our struggles right at the beginning, but it's we ironed them out, and Mark has always been super helpful, and he'll respond right away if I have any questions, and especially at the beginning, and he's constantly updating the app, so he's always changing things for the better, and, so it's been really good.
So recap for me. Some people are watching. Tell me about the gear. Like, go down and say, hey, look, if I was starting out right now, I would just start with X, Y, and Z. And what would you suggest to people?
The app it's for everybody, right? Like brides and grooms can just use their phone, but we've upgraded everything to embed on the website to make it easy. Audio is the biggest thing. Brides and grooms aren't going to invest in the audio for the live stream. So just having it professionally done. But stabilization is the biggest. The easiest thing you could do is just set it on tripod, right?
Makes sense.
And but we really like the IRL, right? In real life, we're in there beside shadowing the photographer. So stabilization's the biggest. That was,
that's a big one.
We did a bar setup with no gimbal. And, it worked, but it was shaky here and there. But now it's smooth as butter, right? So it's been really good that way. But as we said, audio is number one.
Which gimbal are you using there? So that was
it's a Ronin RS2. So it's
RS2,
we've had all this equipment for videography already. So the investment for live stream really wasn't there. We bought a few more Rode wireless Go's, but
a few more toys.
yeah, just make job easier, right?
Yeah.
So, you know,
So was it Sensahiner, Sensadig, Sensa? What's the other? I'm just talking about the other mic system.
yeah.
That's
So the Rode shotguns on there. So
Rode shotguns, okay.
yeah. So R5, R6, Canon SLR, 15 to 35. So
okay.
I like that focal length. So it matches really well in the camera there. So and the phone just mounted right onto a small rig cage. So
Great.
right on the top, it's centering with the camera. So what you're shooting is the same focal length, same axis. So it works really good. So yeah.
Are you using the same roads for your other videography at all, or are you?
Yeah, I have a few task cams that I use for videography, but Rode's been really impressing me. Especially how it records on board now. So I could use that for my videography. I've got the wave format. I've got there's a safety channel on here. As soon as you turn it on, it records. I don't even need to connect it to the receiver. So you plug it in, and you have a quality audio for even your video jobs. And
what I like too is when I've used these already, where I've checked it out online. You plug it into your computer, and it tells you where there's potential drop spots.
Gotcha.
So the connectivity between the transmitter and the receiver, it shows where there's a potential drop spot. So it's basically suggesting, well, if you really want to go back, you can grab this section of audio,
100%,
drop it in, which has been helpful.
Yeah, and then there's a few jobs where wasn't just live stream. It was videography as well, and it's set up for that as well. So even if just using piggybacking the Rode Wireless Goes for our video jobs, it's been good. So
good. Good.
Yeah,
that's pretty amazing. Well, I do want to give you a plug. I for those who are watching, because this is kind of nuts. I think you're an amazing photographer, and this is. I honestly, I could literally just go through and I nerd out as a photographer of all just these amazing, these amazing shots, because you have a great sense of style, and this you just seem to get amazing photos wherever you're at. I mean, it's crazy amount.
Yeah,
it looks like you got a great team too.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's especially when 2020 hit. I couldn't have done it without my team. They're incredible. I love going to locations and making it look like different. They're making it looking different. Even places where many photographers have been, I go there and I make it my own, right? So, and then somebody would look at it and it's like, "Where's that?" That's a dog park. I couldn't go at the dog park. So
that is incredible.
But yeah, it's kept me going. For sure. The last 14 years has been great, but. And 2020 has been fulfilling, helping all the brides and grooms this year. And
I agree. I kind of feel the same way.
Yeah, it's but it was busier the last little bit, but smaller jobs, right? No receptions, but in Alberta here, we're gonna in the next month or so. They're planning, if everything goes well, they're planning to lift all the restrictions here. So
that'd be great for everybody.
Yeah, it'd be great for everybody.
It'd be great to get back to the norm.
And live stream is going to be around for a while, especially with travel restrictions, and it's going to be something I'm going to be offering ongoing.
So, same here.
Yeah.
So I really do. I want to thank you for joining us like this. It's been very helpful. The folks that are watching, I think we're all together, kind of evolving, trying to figure out how to best do this, and I think.
100%.
You kind of helped me understand some simple ways of making streams happen and really connecting customers, and so I do really appreciate that. And so anyone's watching, obviously we'll put a link to his website, as well as we'll have maybe this link to the gears he's using if anyone's looking for that kind of stuff. But
100%.
So. And everyone check it out. To come back, we are going to continue to have these kind of interviews. And we want to thank Todd for joining us today. And
hey, thanks for having me. I was super excited to chat with you. And truly an honor. So
all right, well, great. Hey, everybody, thanks. Have a good day. And Hope we'll see you again soon in another video.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Thanks Ben.
Yeah.
Okay.